And post the poll date announcement by the CEC, now Union Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat has urged the Election Commission to reconsider the poll date for Rajasthan, which is November 17th. And the reason that has been cited is that on that day, when the polls are being conducted in Rajasthan, there are more than 1 lakh marriages in the state. And that's why this appeal to the Election Commission.
सिपाही की तरह काम कर रहा है।
आखिरी सवाल आपका रहेगा, अगर हमने देखा पंचांग तो उस दिन बहुत बड़ा दिन है, करीबन 1 लाख से ज्यादा शादियां राजस्थान में होने वाली, कैसे मैनेज होगा सब कुछ साथ में इलेक्शन के साथ?
लेकिन निश्चित रूप से चुनौती है और मेरा तो चुनाव आयोग से आग्रह रहेगा कि एक बार उन्हें पुनर्विचार करना चाहिए। आप 3 दिन पहले करिए या 2-3 दिन बाद में करिए, निश्चित रूप से इस पर चुनाव आयोग को एक संज्ञान लेना चाहिए, क्योंकि 4 महीने तक शादियों पर विराम रहने के बाद में हिंदू संस्कृति के हिसाब से हरिप्रबोधिनी एकादशी को शादियां होती है, लाखों की संख्या में शादियां होती हैं। शादियों के उत्सव और चुनाव के इस उत्सव दोनों के बीच में तालमेल बना रहे, इस दृष्टिकोण से इस पर पुनर्विचार करना आवश्यक है।
Thank you so much for talking to us. With journalist Rajesh Bharadwaj in Delhi, Payal Mehta for CNN News 18.
There you heard the Union Minister, Mr. Shekhawat, talking about how this is an auspicious occasion for the Hindu culture. There are as many as 1 lakh marriages that have been scheduled in the state of Rajasthan on the 23rd of November, when the polling in the state is also set to take place. Whether this appeal, which he has made to the Election Commission, will have any bearing and will it make the Election Commission shift the poll dates a bit is something that we'd have to wait and watch. But this is the appeal before the Election Commission that Union Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat has placed, that there needs to be a reconsideration on the poll date as far as Rajasthan is concerned, that is the 23rd of November, because of the number of marriages that have to take place in that state on that day. Taking this across to my colleague Payal Mehta, who's joining us. Payal just got us that interview with Mr. Shekhawat. Payal, first question, is this going to have any bearing, any impact now that this appeal has been made? And Mr. Shekhawat is talking about an auspicious occasion on the 23rd. Of course, this also is something, has this sort of a situation really come up in the past before the Election Commission?
Well, it's going to be a very interesting thing to watch out for, given the fact that he's not talking about 1 or 2, but he's talking about 1 lakh marriages across the state. Normally, when the election takes place, and the law and order machinery is completely focused on conducting the election. So for most of the places remain shut on that day as well. So how will they go about, conducting the weddings that are taking across the state? And these weddings are taking across the state after a long time, because there were 2 months of Sawan, an additional month of Sawan that we saw this time around. And then we also saw the Shraddh month, which is going in, during which the Hindus normally don't conduct any auspicious occasion, including marriage. So after a gap of 4 months is when the weddings are taking place, and the Election Commission has come up with that date. And it is an auspicious date, which is an Ekadashi, which is very, very special in that respect. So that's the reason Mr. Shekhawat is making an appeal to the Election Commission. But I'm sure the Election Commission must have looked at all the possibilities, must have looked at all the days before they arrived at this particular date. I do not think at this point in time anything can much change, but a lot of leaders would express the same sentiment as Mr. Shekhawat, I'm sure about it.
All right, thank you so much for that, Payal. So remember, Rajasthan, that is fighting on 200 seats. The polling date that's been announced by the Election Commission is 23rd of November. This is going to be a single-phase poll. All the results are all set to be announced on the 3rd of December.